Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope you're doing really well. I want to take a second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Gemini, so guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember, the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating, Gemini, you get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's obviously not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Gemini? Gemini. All right, Gemini, you're starting out with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. You have the Page of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So there's somebody here you're not talking to that you might want to. I feel like you're angry with this person. I feel like you're trying to figure out what direction you want to move in. This person could have lied to you or been untruthful in some way, and you may have cut them out or feel that they cut you out. But I definitely feel that you're kind of at a crossroads with this person. I do feel like you would like to talk to them. So let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Gemini's energy. Now, you may want to talk to them, but I don't see you approaching them because I feel like you're angry with them. Nine of Cups in the reverse. The Strength card in reverse. You might be dealing with a Leo. Two of Cups in the reverse. Gemini energy. So they're focused on you, but this person is very unhappy with the way things have turned around or turned out between the two of you. There's almost a fear that you know, to try to contact you. They're afraid that if they do, you know, move towards you, that they're afraid that it's just going to blow up. I can see that there was an argument here, and whatever was said, this person didn't like it at all. And it's like they're afraid that after this big storm that occurred between the two of you, that if they try to approach you, that, you know, it's just going to blow up again. So I do feel like this person feels that you were harsh with them, that, you know, that you were very cutting with your words. I definitely see that there's been an ending here. The two of you didn't see this the same. Let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. So this person's basically saying, yes, we're broken up, but it's because Gemini's fault. Yeah, the Hierophant in the reverse, Taurus energy. This is it's an energy of the breakup. It's an energy of things being kind of very unbalanced between the two of you. There could need to be somebody, one of you may feel that in order to bring this back together, that there would need to be a third party who came in and tried to facilitate it in some manner. I feel like you're the one who cut this person out, Gemini. Let me see, show me what's affecting this connection. Because I don't feel like they want to be broken up. Eight of Cups in the reverse. So what's affecting this is that somebody, either you or the other person, is going to return back to the situation. Somebody walked away, and I do feel like it may have been you. Take it as it resonates, but there is a return that's happening. And I feel like that may also be on your side, because this person is afraid of there becoming more discourse between the two of you that is going to be painful. So let me see the outcome. And you may be trying to figure out how to contact this person or how to, you know, get in touch with them. Seven of Wands. Okay, so yeah, that's a power struggle. You're both kind of standing your ground. This person's standing their ground and saying, no, I'm not moving towards Gemini because it was Gemini's fault here. Gemini was very angry, spoke to me very, you know, harshly. You're over here saying, I can't trust this person. I'm not going to move towards them, but yet you're trying to figure out how. You both want this, you know, an opportunity to talk, but neither of you are willing to make the first move. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. That's underlying energy. it does indicate to me that there is love here. You both have love, but somehow reaching out to the other person feels, you know, like dangerous in some manner. Like it's not in your best interest, I guess would be the better way to put that. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Queen of Swords in reverse for Gemini? Okay, Four of Cups and Judgment. Yeah, you're trying to figure out whether or not, you know, you can bring this back together or it's just going to end. I do feel like you're trying to use good judgment here. You may have been a little bored in this connection, if I'm being honest, Gemini. And I also feel like you are very angry with this person. I don't know exactly what happened. You may have felt disrespected by them in some way. But I do feel like you're looking at the past. You're trying to figure this out. You're trying to figure out, should you just let this go or should you try to bring it back together? Let me see the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting that crossroads with this relationship kind of energy here. Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So you're not as angry as you were. Your boundaries are still really high, but I do feel like you're open to talking. Like if this person approached you, you would definitely have a conversation with them. And I feel like you're just in that situation where you want to talk to this person, you want to reach out to them, but you also don't want to. It's this standoff that's happening. You could be doing some spying, and I don't say that in a creepy way, just kind of checking to see, is this person open to talking? Do they look like they're going to approach me? Are they gonna, you know, come towards me? So I feel like you definitely would like to talk to this person. Let me see the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Show me the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, Eight of Cups reversed, Six of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's been an argument, and whatever happened between the two of you was extremely chaotic. I see you being the one to move towards this person with the Eight of Cups in the reverse. That's very strong energy here, but you're trying to figure out how to go about doing that and still maintain your dignity and put the proper boundaries in place. And I do feel that you want peace. You want to bring peace to the situation because this person is somebody that you value in your life, that you want in your life. So let me see their energy. Show me the Nine of Cups. I do feel like you would rather that they approach you. That's where we're seeing that energy where there's this standoff. But ultimately, I feel like you will approach this person because you value them. Page of Pentacles reversed and Temperance. Yeah, so this person did not want to go into this energy where the two of you were not talking. They did not want this breakup either. So things have not turned out the way they had hoped or wanted them to. I do feel that they want peace between the two of you. They're trying to heal their energy, balance out their feelings and their emotions. I don't feel like they're going to reach out until they feel grounded with regard to their feelings and emotions. Again, I'm getting that fire energy. I see Leo and I do see Sagittarian energy. Let me see the Strength card in reverse. You might be dealing with somebody that's a little bit spiritual or a lot spiritual perhaps, because I do see somebody who's either praying or meditating. Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, they feel like things ended between the two of you because there was no stability in the connection. And I do feel like they're afraid to approach you. I don't know what was said here, Gemini, but they're afraid to approach you. I do feel that they are hoping that you will move towards them, and they feel that you're moving very slowly here as well. They may also feel like, you know, this ended because somebody was moving too slow. And I feel like they may feel that could have been what the argument was about. They may feel that there was no stability because you were moving too slow. But I definitely feel like there's a fear here, a very strong fear. And it came about by the way this ended. They're afraid to approach you. So I don't know if there were very harsh words that were said, because it does look like that. Let me see the Two of Cups in reverse. Ace of Wands reversed, and the Sun. Again, fire energy, Leo energy is here. Yeah, so I do feel like this person, in your energy, Leo, I feel like they are going to stand their ground. They're trying to see what is the right thing to do. They realize that the two of you are not on the same page. They're very much trying to, you know, focus on their own happiness. And I feel like with the way things ended, they're basically saying, you know, Gemini was very harsh with me, and, you know, I'm not going to move towards them. I have to get on with my life. I have to find balance and happiness in my life, and I have to accept that this is ended. So honestly, Gemini, if you really do want to be with this person, I don't see them coming towards you. I see them actually trying to move forward, prioritizing their peace, their happiness over this connection, because they don't feel that they're wrong. And I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying that's what their feelings are. Let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. Nine of Pentacles reversed, Six of Cups reversed, and the Three of Cups reversed. There could have been some codependent energy between the two of you that contributed to this. I see you're unhappy. I see you looking at everything that occurred, and I see you really being indecisive about whether or not you do want this connection or not, whether you should just move forward. But there's this recognition here that you're unhappy, that you're very unhappy. Now, you could feel that this person was disrespectful to you in some way. You may feel that this person had some other kind of third party, but I don't feel like they did. If they did, they don't now. But regardless, there's a deep sense of loss here. You're both feeling that loss, and you're both unhappy. But this person in their energy, Gemini, is saying, I have to release Gemini. I have to let them go, and I have to balance my emotions out. I have to heal myself. I need to focus on me right now. So let me see. You may have known this person for a long time. Show me the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Well, that's a lot. Show me the Eight of Cups in reverse. Show me what's affecting the connection. The Empress in the reverse and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, you definitely feel somewhat disrespected by this person. And you may even feel like they're the one who is responsible. I do see Libra and Taurus energy here. Very strong Taurus, but I feel like you may come back towards this person, but you're looking to see, are they open to having any kind of discussion? Because when you come back into this, you want to come back into this with your boundaries in place. And you want to be able to communicate truthfully. You want to be able to communicate with respect. And I'm really getting the feeling like you lost it here. You became very angry because you felt this person was being disrespectful. I don't see that you are currently nurturing this connection. You're questioning whether or not it will grow with the proper boundaries in place. And I do feel, though, that I do feel like you question if this connection is going to make it through whatever occurred here. Yeah, I definitely do. And I see that currently you're not doing anything towards this person, but you're feeling a deep loss, and you're checking to see, well, are they feeling the same loss? Are they missing me as well? Are they open to talking to me? In their energy, I do feel like they're extremely overwhelmed. There's a fear. The way things ended between the two of you sparked some kind of a fear. They feel like, okay, well, Gemini walked away from this connection. It was just unstable. They feel overwhelmed by everything that occurred here, and they fear talking to you. They fear moving towards you. So I feel like they've made this decision that they have to just release this and accept this loss and move forward. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome between Gemini and this person. Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords reversed, and the Two of Swords. A lot of mental energy going on here, a lot of sword energy. Now, the Seven of Wands is basically each party standing their ground, pretending basically that they're not worried about the situation, that they don't feel anxiety about it, which I can tell you is not true on either side. You're both feeling a deep sense of loss. There is feelings, emotions, and love here, but expressing those feelings and emotions seems dangerous, and this is where we have this standoff and both parties acting unconcerned. The truth of it is that this ending has been very painful for you, Gemini. You do want to be with this person, and I do feel like in some manner you feel betrayed. I almost feel like you felt that this person may have had somebody else that was involved for some of you. This person is saying that's not the case, not true. But there's some sort of feeling of betrayal, and it could even be as simple as this person standing their ground, not coming towards you, acting like they're not concerned or bothered about it at the end of the day. I can tell you that that is not the case. It may be how they appear to be, but that is not the case. It's just that this person has chosen that after the way things ended, they've chosen to prioritize their own happiness over this connection. So, and they're basically saying Gemini is responsible for this ending, responsible for the way they treated me, and so I have to prioritize myself, and I've decided it's important to me to be happy. And so I do feel that in some way, them standing their ground makes you feel betrayed. But I can tell you that this person is not going to move towards you. They are going to try to release this connection and move towards their own happiness. So if you do want to be with this person, it will have to be you that comes back towards them. And I do feel like that's a painful option for you. So you're going to have to decide, is that what you want? Is that what you want? And you're at a crossroads in this connection. I feel like you will, but I feel like, bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands. I feel like it will be impulsive. I feel like you will approach this person, very quickly, but it could be some conflict when you do, and you may rush out just as quickly. So I don't feel like this is going to resolve itself in one conversation. I do think that you're going to have to make a choice whether or not you want to actually contact this person, if it's what is in the best interest. I do feel like you both feel a sense of loss, but for some reason, this person feels that they have to prioritize their own peace over this connection. So you're going to have to decide what it is that you want. Are you going to approach them? And if so, can you do that without it being more conflict? All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card. Let me see. There we go. All right, so the card you have is number 39, and it says, "And is it lonelier at night?" So let's read that. At night, we become strange as moonlight. Too many people have starved for solitude and silence and intimacy with the self. Without solitude, without self-knowledge, without the stranger self, we cannot love another or know them truly. Others are not our saviors, nor is their role to fill the space and silence of night or of day. We must do this first by entering the void of night and bringing it to life. In this way, we will have something worthwhile to share along the way. The dawn will come, but let the night's peculiar light illuminate the wild world that resides within you. When you do this, what was once unseen will reveal itself and share the road with you for a while. So nighttime could be particularly difficult for you in this, situation. But this is basically saying, Gemini, that you have to sit with yourself. You have to sit with this loneliness and learn from it. Learn who you are. Learn, because we did say that there could have been some codependence within this connection. So you have to sit with yourself. So, hopefully this has brought some clarity to your situation. If you have resonated with this, Gemini, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype this video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Gemini, know that you are loved, and namaste.